All right, now this video is very important, guys. I just left the gym. Sorry about that, you know what I'm saying? Got a little stain on the shirt, but ignore that. All right, what's up? I'm Rob Level. This is Smart Rapper. It's actually a shortcut, which is part of Smart Rapper. So if you have any questions you want me to answer, all you gotta do is ask them below in the description, and I answer these questions every single day. There's a new video in here, so you're gonna want to subscribe, all right? Because you're gonna learn every single day. In this video, somebody had asked me, they're like, Rob, if you're just starting to rap, what should I learn first? So I'm gonna tell you how to learn how to rap the fastest. And I'm gonna tell you what I wish I knew when I started, because I would have been able to get better at rapping 10 times faster. And this is something that will change your entire trajectory of doing music. And if everybody else is rapping around you, you're gonna get better 10 times faster. Not even kidding you. That's not even an exaggeration. You will actually get better 10 times faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna teach you guys that. So here's the thing, everybody wants to learn how to rap, but because when you're new, you don't know where to start. It's obviously why he asked this question. What gets confusing is you don't know what the most important thing is for you. And also you realize, because you're probably smart enough to understand, everything is important, right? So you're like, this is important, so I need to learn this, and this is important, so I need to learn this, but I also need to learn this. But if I want to make songs, how do I learn this? And what if I don't want to make songs, but I need to do this? At the end of the day, the very first thing that you need to learn how to do is you need to learn the essentials and the basic fundamentals and basics of actual rapping or songwriting, which is going to be, realistically, I'm not even kidding you here, is going to be rhyming. Whoa. Okay? And you're like, oh, I know that. But listen, it's not even about that. Let's skip over all this stuff and pretend I didn't even say that. What I want to tell you is this. The fastest way for you to become successful at making music and getting better at it is going to be, the one thing you need to do is you need to choose the initial thing you're going to work on. And after you choose that initial thing, you need to only work on that one thing for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Only that one thing. Because what happens is this. If you're focusing on like learning like 10 different things, like, well, I'm going to learn how to write in a bar, I'm going to learn syllables, and I'm going to learn how to count syllables, but I'm also going to learn this over here, and I'm going to learn this, and I'm also going to learn alliteration, and I'm going to learn consonants, and I'm going to form all those, and that's how I'm going to do this. What are you saying? Well, when you do that, you're spreading your energy across 10 different things, right? It's like you having 10 different jobs. You're not really going to get that much done at each individual job, right? You're going to only be able to put a couple hours in on each job. If you have one job, all your work is going into that one job. So of course you're going to get better at that job, right? So that's what you really need to consider, is what is the one thing you need to get good at first, and you put all of your time and energy into that. And you do that through what's considered deliberate practice. It's where you're practicing and you're actually analyzing and looking at what you're learning, how you're learning it, what you're doing to get better at it, okay? So don't get confused. So where do you really start? What's the first thing to learn? You need to learn rhyming. I recommend just doing basic rhymes, right? Just rhyming at the end of bars. That's number one, okay? Do that, get used to rhyming, get used to how to bend words, okay? Next, you're gonna start learning how to do double rhyming. Yes, this is what I consider double rhyming, is when the end of the words have two words that rhyme. Like cat smash and then bat slash, okay? And the reason being is that when you start writing punchlines and metaphors and all of these things, you're gonna be able to use a descriptive word as well as a rhyme. And that's gonna allow you to write rhymes better, and they're also gonna sound better when you deliver them. So you're gonna wanna learn basic rhymes, and then after you learn the basic rhymes, you wanna learn how to write the double rhymes. And after you learn that, you're gonna wanna learn alliteration. Now, you don't have to spend a ton of time on alliteration, you can spend about a week on it, but the reason that you wanna move to alliteration, like after that, you're gonna wanna move into multi-syllable rhymes, internal rhymes, is because what happens is this. Now look at the order of it. Now you're good at rhyming. Then you become good at double rhyming. Now suddenly you're really good at doing alliteration, which is gonna make all the words flow better. You're gonna have a lot of words that are gonna connect a lot easier inside of your lyrics and give you more word options. And then after that, you start doing internal rhymes, okay, where you're rhyming inside of the bar, okay? Now all of a sudden, you're rhyming more inside of the bar. So what happens is now you're rhyming outside the bar. Now you're doing double rhymes at the end of a bar, okay? Now you're doing alliteration inside of a bar, so it sounds better. Now suddenly you're doing internal rhymes. So what happens is you go from one rhyme to two rhymes to three rhymes to it sounding better. You see what I'm saying? So you're learning one piece at a time. Now suddenly everything's connecting. Now you're exceptional at rhyming, and everything is already sounding good because of the way you're writing everything. After that, you're gonna wanna start moving into the stuff that's gonna help you with the flows, okay? I'm not really worried about syllable count, but you're gonna wanna go learn things such as learning stressed and unstressed syllables, which are gonna help your words go up and down and get used to how you're delivering them and your patterns with your words and the patterns with your rhymes. Because now you know how to rhyme, right? But you don't wanna start doing patterns yet if you haven't got good at rhyming. Okay, so you're gonna move into patterns. And now after you've moved into patterns, your flows, when you start actually recording your lyrics, are already gonna be there. You get me? So now you already have flows, and everything already goes together when you start recording. Even if you're afraid of, I don't know how to flow, I don't know how to do this, you're already actually gonna sound better immediately just because you already are aware of how to write your stuff. You get me? Now what you're gonna think about is this. So now you have all that put together. So after you already have this stuff, right? And by the way, consonants and assonants, those are kind of part of the bending your words, and you'll kind of already build those skill sets into yourself, okay? Now that you have the patterns, the next thing is you're gonna start wanting to learn how to flow, okay? Because really you're not even gonna have to attempt to record these lyrics until you already have these fundamentals done, right? But now now that you're gonna go out and you're gonna start learning how to flow words, that's where you're gonna have to start getting used to actually being on a beat, and you're gonna have to record yourself and record your lyrics and get used to how you're saying words, where words are gonna go inside of a bar, interchanging words, and getting used to the stressed and unstressed syllables. Okay, and if you don't know that, that's something that you're gonna need to learn. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. But the thing is though, is that now that you're gonna be able to actually flow your words because you know how to make patterns and write your rhymes and interchange words, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start recording yourself, and you're gonna wanna start stretching the vowels out. Okay, so for example, if I say like cat in a hat, I can say cat in a hat. So I stretch out the A's in cat and hat. You're gonna get used to doing that, and then you're gonna develop ways of saying them. You're gonna, okay, I really don't wanna overwhelm you, because if you even need this video, it may be a bit too much. So you're gonna start in the beginning there, and that's where you're gonna move into getting used to doing your flow and everything like that. Now, after you develop at least a basic flow, you're then also gonna wanna start learning and really focusing on finding your voice that's gonna work for you, because your voice is massively important. But if you can't flow, a voice is kind of useless. God damn. So I always tell people the voice is one of the most important key fundamentals, right? But if you can't flow, you're already gonna sound like crap anyways, no matter what voice you got. Like if I'm like, yeah, I got rap, you know, da-da-da, like it doesn't matter what voice you have. If you're like just not even able to like be on a beat flowing, it's kind of useless. So of course you want to learn a bit about flow and the patterns first, then you learn the voice, okay? This is where your style starts coming together. When your style starts coming together, you can actually start developing and making songs, and that's where you're gonna move into really getting good at songwriting, chorus writing, finding melodies. It's just gonna move really from there on. A lot of you might be thinking, Rob, what about freestyling? What about all this and this? See, you're already capable of freestyling. You should be doing that. That's something that you should do with friends for fun and get good at it, but it's not a skill that you really need for anything other than you freestyling to find melodies later when you're making music. And again, if you're watching this video, you're probably at the point where you're just trying to learn the basics. But I have to reiterate here, you have to make sure that you're focusing on one thing at a time. So again, let's go over this. One, you wanna make sure that you're doing individual rhymes at the end of the bars. It sounds simple. You may have already been doing this, that's fine. You're gonna need to move on to double rhymes. And I'm talking about end of bar double rhymes. So make sure that you're doing that next, okay? So that you get used to that, because it's gonna help you when you start writing punchlines. After that, you're gonna wanna move into alliteration. And if you don't know what alliteration is, it's where pretty much just like say, if you're gonna use a word like alliteration, you use another word like alligator, alliteration, almond, Alps. So the words all start with the same letter, and they sound the same when you deliver them. So if I say alligator, owl, apple, apple, right? So when you say all those in a word, they sound really good to the ear. Right? Because you're repeating the same one, so the human ear sounds like musicality. And that's why it helps internally inside of any type of bar that you're writing. And then next, you're gonna start doing internal rhymes. So you're gonna have the double rhymes on the end of the bars, not required to be double always, but having the end of that bar be a rhyme, and then also having an internal rhyme is gonna add musicality, along with the alliteration giving you musicality, along with possibly having the double rhymes, right? So now your whole thing just sounds good just from the way that you're rhyming. And then you're gonna have the pattern. But again, you're gonna practice these things 1, 2, or 3 weeks individually. So when you're doing the alliteration, spend a whole week only writing alliteration. Don't worry about anything else, just get good at alliteration. Now you get another tool in your tool bag, all right? Now you can pull it out anytime you need it, always think about using it. Whenever you rewrite something, use it. So just go through these things and focus on one at a time, guys. One at a time. You're gonna get really good at this, move on to the next one. Really good at this, move on to the next one. If you jump around, you're gonna learn very slowly, and you're also gonna get confused.
He ain't lying.
Now if you guys want, I also have courses on how to rap. I have courses on advanced rap. I have songwriting fundamentals. I have full out 20-hour songwriting courses where I can teach you how to make 50 songs a week. I have rap flow courses. I have rap style finding courses. I have the #1 rap voice masterclass in the world. I have actually all my courses are #1, by the way. Other people don't even make these because they can't, because they're not actually artists. They'll teach you about the music industry, but they're not artists. So they're not really teaching you guys the other stuff that I know how to do. And you guys already know I know my stuff. You're not required to buy anything. Watch these videos for free and learn from these. That's fine too. Those are just really organized things that will just help you get there faster, because they're all boom, streamlined. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's everything you need, boom, there you go, right? That's why the courses are there. Because if I do that online and put them all out, like nobody's gonna watch them in order. They also don't respect it enough. Like somebody who buys something, they appreciate it, and you take it more seriously if you buy it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gets something for free, don't really appreciate it. So I'm not gonna give the best, very best secretive information out in the world. I'll know that nobody really cares that much about it. Like, anyway, that's a long story, but anyway, I'll put a link to all those courses below that'll help you guys out. Either way, go practice, a couple weeks at a time, get used to it. You're gonna get good fast. And another thing is you should go look up what deliberate practice is, and then focus on that and learn how to use that in everything you do. Not just in rap, I mean anything in life. Deliberate practice is gonna take you to the next level, all right? An additional tip that's gonna help you is set aside a time block every day to actually practice this. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, practice that one skill, okay? 30 minutes, here every day at 5:30, I'm gonna write. Don't care what I'm doing, I'm writing, 5:30. Set alarms, do that, all right? You guys got this. You guys have any questions, ask them below, because I'm gonna answer them, all right? I'm Rob Level, this is Rapper Shortcut. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to Smart Rapper as well. And also we have a Smart Beatmaker channel if you wanna learn how to make beats. I got you there too, all right? Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you at the top. Like this video, appreciate it. Keep hustling. I'm out. If you're seeing this right now and you haven't heard about the music industry shortcut, what the are you doing? There's a reason why I've been able to help literally millions of artists. I have artists like Lil Nas X thank me. I spent years building something.
I watch this man every day. His tips work on God. I love you, man. You help a lot of people out here, bro. It's just so amazing that I met you, bro. I love you, bro. For real, man. It's just to meet you, bro.
And you learn every single week. Nothing like this has ever existed because nobody could have built this. I'm an artist, and I teach other artists what I learn as I go. Click this video and go check out what I'm talking about. You need to check out the Music Industry Shortcut. It's the fastest growing community for the music industry, period. I'm pushing this so hard, you have no idea. I already have the #1 educational platform in the music industry, and now I've built this for the music industry. I'm Rob Level. Click this video and go check out the Music Industry Shortcut. It'll take you to the next level. Pun intended.